Hey guys, how's it going? Today's video is going to be a big announcement and I'm pretty stoked to talk to you guys about it. No, it is not clickbait. I really am quitting my job. Hey everyone, my name is Justin and I want to welcome you to That Christian Vlogger, a place where you get to come and join me and experience faith in the first person. Today's episode is all about faith in the first person. So let's cut to the chase. Yes, I really am quitting my job. In fact, in early November 2016, Emily and I are planning on moving from Philadelphia back to the West Coast. And I'm sure many of you guys will have questions about what we're doing and why we're doing it. So I wanted to try to anticipate some of those questions and answer them here. Question number one, why are you quitting your job? I don't really look at it like I'm quitting my job. That's just the easiest way to describe it. So let me start by saying this. I'm not quitting my job because I no longer believe in what was going on at the Bible college and what I was teaching and all of that. I've had the opportunity to meet some of the most amazing people here and I have had some of the coolest experience in these last few years. The main reason I'm moving on is simply because I have been absolutely enamored with what God is doing through this channel. I was looking through some of the YouTube analytics earlier and I was amazed to know that over 50 countries around the world tune in every single week to listen to these videos. And in a very real sense, the impact of this channel is worldwide. And this really blows my mind. It's been so cool to see what you guys have been responding to and how God is working through this channel. These last few months, I've had this lingering question in my mind. What would happen if I really gave God my 100% on this online ministry? And how many people could I actually reach if I gave my best effort and all of my energy to this channel? The main reason why I'm moving on is because I believe God is calling me to this online ministry and I really want to see what He will do. Question number two. What will you be doing for work? Yeah, this is a huge follow-up question and it's the question that my family is asking me for sure. None of this move, I would say, would ever have been possible if it weren't for Emily. She is the most amazing and supportive wife I could have ever asked for, and she's fully supportive, even if that means taking a step backwards financially for a short while. I am, in fact, leaving a great position behind. While ministry doesn't ever make somebody rich, it was at least consistent and stable. I had health insurance and benefits, and I never really had to worry about where the next meal would be coming from. I'd be lying if I said that the question of finances isn't something that I'm at least somewhat worried about. Of course I am. But I do believe that this is something that God is calling me to, and I want to do my best to be faithful to Him. So what am I going to be doing for work? Well, this is where I would love your support. As of the time that this video is live, my Patreon page is live. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Patreon, you can click on my link right here, or go to the link in the description box below. Patreon is a place where viewers like you can support creators like me in our mission and vision. Most people on Patreon help out with a very small, manageable amount, like $3 or $5 per month. And you might be thinking, how are you going to live off $3 or $5 a month? Well, the answer is that if only one person helps, I won't. And in a very short time, I'm going to be having to look again for a more traditional type of income. However, if enough of you believe in the mission of this channel and the vision of this online ministry, this type of support could add up rather quickly. For example, if 1,000 of you signed up to donate anywhere from $3 to $5 per month, that could very quickly become a career. So if this mission is something you'd like to support, go ahead and check out my Patreon page. Question number 3. What does this mean for the YouTube channel? Nothing changes here on YouTube, at least nothing that would make you guys upset. The videos will always be free. I will continue to do my best to create high quality, meaningful, and thought-provoking videos on a regular basis. In fact, with this new switch, they're going to be even more regular. Normally, I've been limited to doing about one video a week simply because of how long it takes me to create videos. Most videos take at least 6 to 10 hours a piece. In fact, one of my most recent videos took over 40 hours to make, and I even had some help. This type of lifestyle is not healthy for me to continue, not while working a full-time job, hence me moving on. But again, the good news is that instead of just one video a week like I've been doing, I'm hoping to be able to do at least 5 videos a week or over 250 videos a year. And yeah, did I mention that the videos are still free? I'm also planning on branching out to creating some That Christian Vlogger merch, like shirts or something like that, so you can also rep the channel. In fact, those who support me on Patreon will receive discounts on merch and future webinars and feature-length classes that I'll eventually sell online as well. Just, another reason to support the channel. Question number 4, where will Emily and I be living? Emily and I are planning early November to make the trek across the country and eventually settle down in the beautiful Pacific Northwest. We will be within a very short commute to Portland, Oregon, where Emily was raised. The main reason why I want to go to Oregon, instead of Southern California, where I was born and raised and where all my family and my friends are, is mainly this. I want to go there to give back to Emily. Emily sacrificed quite a bit to even consider moving to Philadelphia, and any of you guys who were ever born or raised in the country know how hard it could be to move to a dense city like Philadelphia. So Oregon it is, more nature, more trees, cleaner air, and we're going to be closer to her family. I know I'll probably have some adjusting to do in order to get used to the rain, so please pray for me. And question number 5, are we moving because I got jumped? This is actually a question that some people have asked after I told them the big news of the move, and I'm so glad that I didn't make this decision after the big incident of getting jumped. And if you haven't seen the video yet, you can check out that video at thatchristianvlogger.com to see what happened. Obviously my shoulder's healing a little bit better, my lip is not so busted up anymore. But the answer to this question is no. In fact, 2 days before getting popped in the face, that's when I had actually let my boss know of my intentions. And like I said, I'm glad it happened in that order. Otherwise, I would probably always have had that question in the back of my mind. No, there isn't anything that we're running away from in Philadelphia. We just have a vision and a dream for the future, and we want to spend our time and energy chasing that. Question number 6, how can we support you during this time? Well, the main thing that we could use from you guys at this time is your prayers. Obviously, Emily and I are looking forward to a huge season of change. Change that we really believe that will be good, but at the same time, change in general is still difficult. And that's why we appreciate your prayers so much. Another way that you can support us at this time is to spread the word about the channel. Tell your friends, your family, your co-workers, even your enemies about this channel. Share the videos on social media or at your church. Only time will tell if we're making the right decision or if it's just like this huge mistake. Was I being naive in chasing this dream of mine, or could it really have been one of the best decisions of my life? The major question is, does this channel eventually grow to a place where it can produce an income, or is it always going to be more of a hobby than an actual career? And yeah, obviously, your support on Patreon would be a huge help. It's, kind of one of the main reasons why I'm making this video. Also, now that my time is going to be more free than ever before, and I'm going to have a flexible calendar, if you'd like to invite me to speak at your church or your school, let me know. Also, did I mention Patreon? Link below. Listen, above all, I'm simply trying to be faithful to God and to position myself in a way that can use my individual talents to bring glory to Him. When I look around on YouTube, there just aren't very many Christian YouTube channels. Sure, there's some Christians who make YouTube videos, but that's really different than having a channel that makes Christian videos. Sure, we've had a few somewhat decently sized channels like Blimey Cal, Jeff, Bethke, and John Jorgensen, but that just isn't enough in my opinion. The church needs young people like you and I to go out there and to testify to this digital world. Every single one of us is called to use our talents and our gifts for the glory of God, and this just happens to be the way that I best know how to do this at this moment. I honestly don't know what the future holds. I don't have any guarantees that this will work. There is, in all seriousness, a very real chance that in just a few months or years, I realize that this doesn't work. It's easy to see people on YouTube after they've made it big and after they've gone, viral, but that just isn't my story, at least not yet. To me, I'm just a guy trying to experience faith in the first person, and I want to step out of my proverbial boat and to try to do the impossible, to heed Jesus' invitation and to step out into the great unknown. If this journey of faith, if this adventure is something that you would like to support me and to join me on, I'd be incredibly grateful. Thank you so much all for the love and support, especially thank you for your prayers for my family and me in this exciting time. Until next time, I'm That Christian Vlogger, and I want to encourage you to experience faith in the first person. God bless.